Okay, and after an exciting first semifinal from the American Song Contest, we are all dead. We're both dead. Yes, watching, thinking, and actually overthinking sometimes. Renata, what do you think of the show? Because my first impression is that it was a much more party atmosphere today than any previous show.
Definitely. I think the energy level was really up there. You could also tell that like the audience really looked like they were having a good time, and they have in the other weeks too, but it definitely seemed a lot more like a really big event. And I think the production level of the performances themselves really match that.
Yes, we see different performances. We saw too many people on stage for almost everyone, and we also get a lot of surprises because we saw the public overall voting going towards Colorado and Wyoming, if I got it right.
I think the public voting was going towards Kentucky. Kentucky was Kentucky
and Wyoming, yes. And also we had
no, it was Kentucky and Colorado. That's who it was. Kentucky and Colorado were leading, but they opened the show, and so I think that the timing of they had the most time to get votes.
And Wyoming was first in the New York public voting, and Alabama was first in the Georgian public voting, right?
Yeah, so we have some block voting starting to happen now. Neighboring states are, yes. The politics are showing.
It starts smelling Eurovision in the American Song Contest. And we had the redemption ticket. It went to Enisa. I think that none of us expected that.
No, I didn't. My eye was on Brooke Alex from New Jersey. She had really been, pushing streams, getting people engaged with the contest online on social media. So I'm honestly a little bit disappointed that Brooke didn't make it in because she seemed like she really, really wanted it. But, all of these contestants, they really want it or they wouldn't have joined the contest to begin with. So no matter who it went to, they would have deserved it. I am a little bit surprised that it happened to go to New York.
I'm surprised because when it comes to streaming statistics and to activity, because I'm very active in watching all the activities this past 4 weeks. Guam and Brooke Alex, Jason J.
Yeah, Jason J.
And Brooke Alex had the most streaming progress in the statistics, and also Brooke was, I think, the most active from all of them in the social media in all platforms. I'm surprised how Enisa went there because, well, actually, the weird thing is that the booking odds give Enisa already since her week of performance. They give her very high ranking for unknown reason, and she's not active at all.
It's interesting. I mean, as the first time that the contest has ever happened, maybe what we're seeing is a little bit of the fact that New York is one of the most populous states in the country, and New Yorkers really support New Yorkers. I mean, millions of people live in New York, and even if a small fraction of those people streamed her song or know her or would watch the program, I mean, it's a highly populous state. So maybe there's a little bit of that dynamic going in. Hard to say, but it'll be interesting to see how that they elevate that performance for the semifinal next week.
What about the performances? Because today my favorites were Jared.
Yes, agree.
Adeline, Nico, and Marie. I think these were they were my favorite acts. What about yours?
So I think, well, first of all, Alexa, I really love everything about the whole package. I think like on a package deal, that's my number one. I also really love Alabama. I love the power of the song. I love that it's a duet, which is a Eurovision classic. So I'm a little bit partial to that. And it's something that we haven't seen elsewhere in the contest. And I guess the other ones, probably Wyoming, song-wise, that's one I really like to listen to a lot. It's really catchy. And I think the one that kind of surprised me tonight was Massachusetts. I thought that one, just his vocals were probably best on the night for me. The song is really good. He was really selling it. And I think that the juries did not do him justice tonight because they put him at 8th, which was surprising because he came 2nd in his heat for qualifying. So that's kind of the first time that we've seen someone really go down in jury ranking. Whereas with the first 4, Washington, Kentucky, Rhode Island, and Michigan, all of them already won the jury. So I absolutely expected the top 4 tonight to be the original ones who got the qualification from the jury.
The thing is that I didn't mention Alexa in my favorite acts because somehow I think that Alexa is by default one of the winners.
Right. I hope that doesn't lead into any kind of like voter apathy where, oh, well, Alexa's obviously going to win, so I can vote for other people. I hope people don't have that mentality going into the voting. I certainly don't. I will be voting for Alexa tonight.
Exactly. This is what I'm afraid. She might be too perfect at some point.
But she has a huge fan base, so I think they'll pull through for her.
And of course, we had the major highlight of the show, which was the birthday of Kelly Clarkson. So yes, we should say the song. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday
to you. So we had the first semifinal. We're excited. We're overwhelmed at some point, I think. Are you curious now for the second semifinal? Do you see that things are going in a specific way?
Well, next semifinal is going to be interesting because, like with this semifinal, there were 4 people who had already won the juries in their original competing weeks. So we kind of know who the top of the, the upper crust was going to be this week. But next week, only one of them was, and it is Tyler Braden from Tennessee. So it's really a kind of a toss-up. I mean, I guess it could be him since he's the only one who had received that last time, but we don't know how the other people stack up, and obviously the jury's changed. So I'm guess where I'm at right now is I'm gonna have to look back at the songs now that I've seen the way that they changed the staging, and see which ones have the most potential to be elevated, because I think that could make the difference in how much bigger they can get these performances.
Now, after seeing Washington scoring high in its hit week, and in the semifinal, I think that Washington is already, how should I say it?
A favorite to win.
I think a top 3 to top 5 for sure. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Perfect. So, do we have a date for the second semifinal, Renata?
With my Greek friend Fotis.
Yes, perfect. So we will be cheering for all of the artists of the American Song Contest next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for this, Renata. It was amazing. More than 2.5 hours together, and we're just making a very short video, and without infringing any copyrights of the NBC show this time. So thank you so much. We will be chatting again next week.
Great. See you next week.